Oh man. Do me a favor. Ask me why I started PTHD.
why did you why did you form PTHD?
Because of everything that you just said. Um, you don't see you don't see a change coming. You don't know how this is going to change, and it made me study. First and foremost, I went to a therapy session. I've told the story a couple of times, but I'll give you the brief one. I went to a therapy session after a hard breakup with my ex fiance about 15 years ago. And you know, we don't have people to talk to. You can't go tell your homies how you feel about your heart being broken. They don't want to hear that, right? So
Right.
So I'm like trying to work through it, and went to the barber shop and noticed there was a therapy session place across the place. So I just went over there and signed up. And I sat down with this lady for like about a month. And I just talked about my story and told her about my experiences and where I came from. And she looking at me like a fish in a glass bowl. And it made me realize that this wasn't normal. Now
Mm.
fast forward that to about 2018. I went through this African spiritual initiation. And when I came out of it, it shook up my whole entire world. Like, I lost my house. I was living in Rancho Cucamonga. I lost my
Mhm.
house. Um, my wife, I got a divorce that same year, and I had to go live with some relatives. It just put me in a different headspace completely, where I was like depressed, and I couldn't figure out how to get out of it. Now, this African spiritual thing is designed to put you on the path of your purpose. But I learned later that I took in the crazy that I learned in South Central into that initiation, and that initiation had to shake it up,
Mm.
right? It had to shake it up, and anything that I had attached to me that came before that was no good, it had to be removed so that I can start over again. I didn't understand it at the time. So
Mm.
there's a proverb in this African spiritual practice that says that it is not a person's stupidity, laziness, or lack of initiative that is the problem in their life, but it's what's deeply rooted in their mind that causes the issues for them in their life.
Mm.
I said, so what's rooted in my mind? And I went back to that concept of that therapy session I told you about,
Mm-hmm.
and I started coming back to, oh, this stuff. Oh, that's why I was. This is why I didn't trust her. This is why I had this issue with that ex-wife, because of how I grew up in my house and what I seen and what I was told a relationship was. None of us never really seen a healthy relationship, because most of us grew up with just mama.
Right.
So how do you become a father when you've never been a son? How do you even do that? How do you become a husband when you've never seen one?
Right.
Right. So I put all that together, and leading back to what we were just talking about, um, I put all that together, and it made me think that the only way that we come through this is a mind shift. And this is the reason why I want to talk to people like you, other artists like you, because leading into my last question, there's a role that the MC plays in continuing this dysfunction of deep rooted seeds in the minds of people, because I'm sure you understand this. Music is a vibration that speaks to the spirit of a person. Hip hop
Mm-hmm.
is one of those things that when you break it down, it's nothing but African spirituality
Mm-hmm.
reinvented. The drum is the DJ.
Right.
The b-boy, the dancer, is the
Right.
dancers that's dancing to the beat of the drum. The MC, the rapper, is the preacher, basically, the teacher, the babalao, the leader of the tribe.
Mm-hmm.
The art, the graffiti, is the artist that sculpts the crafts of these sculptures that we have, African art. Like, it's just the same thing. We just came back and reinvented out of poverty. But
Mm-hmm.
at this point, the lead of this hip hop thing is now the MC. It's always primarily been the MC, has been the lead, because they're the ones standing out front, and the words are being injected into the subconscious of people's mindsets globally now, but
Right.
particularly in our communities, Like you said, drill music, gangster rap came in and changed the situation. Uh, all that misogyny music. And I'm not here to indict anybody, but it is what it is. The gangster rap music, the Sugar Frees of the world, these people who make this music that sells the wrong sizzle, and it poisons the subconscious of people. So here's my last question. And again, I handpicked, selected, and chose and wanted you to come on because I do respect a lot of your opinions, particularly, especially the music you make. Um, what is the role of an MC? Because we had different, growing up, we had different choices of MC. One of my favorite top 5 MCs is Melly Mel. I actually got a chance to do a song with Melly Mel. It kind of was a highlight of my life because I got a chance to finally do a song with a person that I respected.
Yeah, he's amazing. He's
Yeah.
amazing. Well, let me first say,
Did you know that 98% of all traffic tickets issued end in conviction? Even if you hire a lawyer. Once convicted, you can end up with points on your driving record. Your insurance rates are going to shoot through the roof. Oh, and don't forget about the fine. If you don't pay the fine, your license gets suspended. So, are you ready to dodge the charge? Then you must do something different. Get the facts on how to properly contest your traffic ticket. Go to ticketfacts.com right now. Tickets like speeding tickets, suspended license ticket, cell phone tickets, insurance tickets, registration tickets, anything with a ticket, you can beat it. Want to dodge the charge? Then go to ticketfacts.com. That's ticketfacts.com or call 866-932-9008. That's 866-932-9008. We share the facts because we've been where you're at. So click or call now.
What is the role of an MC? Because we had different, growing up, we had different choices of MC. One of my favorite top 5 MCs is Melly Mel. I actually got a chance to do a song with Melly Mel. It kind of was a highlight of my life because I got a chance to finally do a song with a person that I respected.
yeah, he's amazing. He's amazing. Well, let me first say, I'm trying to figure out. There's a term for it. Everything with moderation. So I don't have a problem with gangster rap per se or drill music per se. Just like I don't have a problem with comedies, like in movies. I don't have a problem with comedy, fucking sci-fi, suspense, violence, porn, whatever the fuck. I don't care. It's a movie. It's just we stopped having variety. I'm a big fan of NWA, Sugar Free. I like Young Jeezy. When I want to hear some cocaine music, I'm like, yeah, plug me in. I get it. Because moderation is, at least I grew up in an era where I could listen to De La Soul and play Ice Cube, America's Most Wanted. Then I could play KRS-One, Criminal Minded. Then I could play Biz Markie, Seeing You Got What I Need, but She's Just a Friend. One of the most reflective, still considered gangster rap, Scarface, but it was always like self-reflective. Never seen a man cry until I seen a man die. It was still real. Yeah. So I love it all. I'm 100%, but what we don't have moderation. They they phased out balance, and then everything still is politics. So for a minute there was the ability to get satellite radio, but then even that got political. And if so and so don't like you, you don't get played or added there, or like it's fucked up because everything. Always. Well, I'm gonna answer your question because it doesn't even matter the other part. The role of an MC is to be true to themselves, for one. That's why I don't expect Young Jeezy to be telling me about, and I really hate dumb people trying to tell me smart shit. That's the worst thing.
Yeah.
I've seen some of my favorite rappers and they own whatever, Bill Maher or something. They trying to talk political, using all kind of words out of context. I'm like, you sound stupid as fuck. You sent us back. Why would you get this nigga on here to talk about this? It's just like asking me about selling coke. I didn't do it. I never sold coke. My cousin did. I didn't. I cannot start telling you how many ounces. My inexperience in that realm is going to be proven fast. Neither can I fix a car engine. You're gonna hear my inexperience. So, I think the role of an MC is to be true. I don't expect Kwame to tell me, and he a Muslim. You know what I'm saying? The rapper Kwame, he a Muslim. He got knowledge himself, but I have some commonalities with Kwame. He end up collectibles and shit, and you know what I'm saying, Iron Man and Marvel and shit. So I always do. Before it was popular, I'm talking about, now for Ramen Magnum got 357 Gallaghers, the body chemistry consistency, Hennessy, toxic melanin, and an adamantium skeleton like Wolverine. You know what I'm saying? I've been on my Marvel shit when it wasn't, super, as well as other people, Iron Man, Wu-Tang Clan, you know what I'm saying? Tony Stark, whatever. But be true to you. That's why we're individuals. So I feel like the bigger role was for us to protect the culture as a whole. And more than what an MC's role was, I feel like the contribution what this culture gave us, it changed the fucking world. It was created on the same year you and I were born. Historically, that's what they credited. 72. So I grew up with this thing, and as I watched Screenwriters Guild go on strike, and I watched the Actors Guild now go on strike. That means Brad Pitt go on strike. That means motherfucking Dave Chappelle go on strike. Everybody go on strike. The lowest to the highest. You know why? Because it's strength in numbers. There's a Musicians Guild. There's an Actors Guild. There's a police have fucking, you know what I'm saying? They're going to have a union. Everybody has a union, except for rap niggas. Rock niggas got it. Everybody. You know why? Because niggas don't know how to stick together. And that's why we don't have no organization. We don't own nothing still. And then why we're talking about what an MC's role is. Because hip hop didn't take. And I'm not the OG. I'm third fucking, I'm like the third, fourth string of this foundation of this shit. But now the shit's done jump fast. So now we probably in like the eighth or ninth, you know what I'm saying? From like 96, when I'm coming out, you got like around the 2000 niggas, then you got the 2005 niggas, then you got the 2010 niggas. Now these niggas switching up. Once the idea of EDM trap and now the shit emo trap, this trap drill, you know what I'm saying? The shit, it's like about 12 different generations of rap. And nobody still wants to own something for all of us, to bring us together, to unionize, so that we can all be okay, so that Melly Mel can get a Hall of Fame, and that he gets his pension, and he gets whatever. You know what I'm saying? We got artists that die, that going back and saying, give bro, you know what I'm saying? That we got lawyers on retention, and like, hey man, y'all been collecting all this money off of so-and-so record, and yeah, he died, but his kids deserve that money. We don't give a fuck. We have not shown that we give a fuck. We've shown that we just selfish fucking pricks. And it's a disappointment in a culture that made some of these niggas billionaires. If it made them billionaires, what do you think it made motherfucking Gucci and Nike? If it made one nigga $1 billion, what do you think these companies got? And we can't fucking feed our own. It's disgusting. It's disgraceful. It's disgusting. It's heartbreaking about this culture. I've been around this planet, man. This shit is everywhere, nigga. They do commercials with our music. Fritos, I've watched Fox News and them niggas talk about you hating. You know what I'm saying? Using our slang. Even the fucking devil uses our slang. And we still ain't got nothing for us, nothing as a family. Because niggas is too fucking selfish. And helping the wrong niggas. Buying the wrong nigga shit. You know one thing I did, man, and I'm gonna get off of it after this. I gotta actually got a fucking another interview soon, but I really appreciate you having me. But what I used to do when I was up is I would go buy CDs, right? This is CD time. And I might buy 10 CDs, whatever was out. And what I try to do is support the brothers that needed it. I remember one day, because I would buy Jay-Z or, shit I liked or whatever, new CDs. And one day I walked by, and it's no jab at Jay-Z, no jab at Eminem. But one day I can remember 2 times when I was buying CDs and I looked and said, he don't need my help. This nigga sell 2 million records. This other dude need my help. I'm buy that CD. I remember distinctly going to the record stores when they still existed, buying CDs and remembering, oh man, bro don't need the help no more. This other guy need the help. What the fuck is wrong with niggas that keep helping the niggas that don't need no help and then tell you ain't shit because you ain't got what they got? The fuck is wrong with the biggest abuse victims ever? Black people are the people that get fucked in the ass, beat up, and say, "Give me more, sir, please, beat me more." I don't know what's wrong with my people, bro. I don't know what's wrong with them.
Man. I'm gonna give you this one quick story, and then we're gonna jump in the last segment. Real quick. I recorded that song with Melly Mel. I think it was 2003, something like that. And after the song, we went to Hollywood to go hang out. Me, him, and this other guy I knew. We go to the club. And I forgot what club it was. It wasn't the Garden of Eden. It was something else. But we went to this club, and we waiting to get in. You know how Hollywood is. They picking and choosing. So we standing out here, and we trying to get in. We at the front of the line, and my boys just like, man, get us in, bro. This is Melly Mel. Like, what? Like, we don't care who he is. He ain't coming in right now. So we got Jodeci behind us, some other group behind us. Mariah Carey drives up in her Rolls Royce, walks right in. So they're basically picking and choosing. All of a sudden, Melly Mel's song comes on in the club. You can hear it bumping from the club. We're like, so you gonna sit here and bump this dude music, but he can't even walk in the club?
Got it fucked up, man. I'm telling you. I've been out with Snoop before. I mean, this was back in the day, but still, I remember we at the club and no tennis shoes. And I'm like, nigga, all y'all do is play Snoop Dogg in here, nigga. He's right here, bro. Like, you really not gonna let bro, tennis shoes? If it was a white nigga, you would let him in, bro. Like, well, how you gonna do that, my guy? Like, how could you do that? Like it's the jazz era shit where we was good enough to perform for him, but we had to walk in through the kitchen.
Back door, yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? Like, and then honestly, the ones that got it still like, well, I got it. You walk in through the kitchen. I'm gonna walk in through the front, but rest of y'all walking through the kitchen because you're not me. I did it and you didn't, and so what? Fuck you all. And with that mentality, that there's no strength in numbers
at all.
Kings are here crippin' and queens are here stripping. Since I speak against it, they labeling me the villain. Like, let Nicki Minaj leave Cardi B. Let Yachty this Pete Rock without a shot. Not on the watch of King Ruler. All you mumbling youngin', come here, let me school ya. Rappers not pop, if you call it that, then stop. Remember Rule 4080. These record company people are shady.